What about now, guys? You should be able to hear me now. Yeah, lovely. Uh, mm, beautiful. No sound though. What about now? It looks like the mic's. Yes, we've got you now. Yes, sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm a technophobe. Can't help it. I'm excited. I've had 90 days in the cooler on Facebook, and I'm not going to use the Facebook profile no more. The only reason I'm going live on Facebook is to get everybody over here. That's it. Job done. That's the only reason I'm going to be using Facebook. I'm not going to be sharing no information. I'm going to be talking about knitting patterns, crochet patterns, how to make Delia Smith's strawberry cheesecake. We're going to be talking about all that stuff over on Facebook, and I'm going to be trying to get everyone to come over to this platform. And the easiest way to get this is to just press the notification button. And if you get that little bell icon, what it'll do, it'll go, and Bob's your uncle, you'll be straight over it. Philip, hello, gorgeous. See, everyone's rocking over there. First day back on fat. 90 days I've been in that cooler. I'm just about to see. I've been stuck in a dark room with my glove and my baseball, and I've just been banging it up against the wall, and they've been throwing me food through the door. Unbelievable. Yeah, Kenneth Noel Curran, absolutely. See, look, I've just got 5 to 6 subscribers within 2 seconds. People ain't known I'm over here, so it's good. I can crouch and knit. Can ya, Karen? Crutch and knit. Crouch, not crutch. Christ. I had a bailiff's letter this morning. They don't even knock anymore. They just throw their letters over the fence and run. Swines. Anyway, just to bring you up to speed on a few things, ladies and gentlemen, just get some juice down me. You come out and see a letter in the middle of the driveway. And I'm like, what be this fuckery? And I was, oh, yeah. These bailiffs, they're puny weasels, really, aren't they? I'll just tell them to foxtrot Oscar in any case. Yeah, I really do. Lovely to see you all, guys. Thanks for everyone. Facebook is not worth a rub. No, I'm not doing no. The only reason I'm going to be going live for the next month or two on Facebook is I'm going to try and do it and share the same platform at the same time. Let's have another go, see if we can go live. And if we can, then that's all well and good. It's just, yeah, no, it's broke. I think Facebook, they're trying to gun me down, man. I feel like a wanted gunned down man. But anyway, look, just to bring you up to speed, I have been dealing with the local courts over here in Kent. And I've sent the notarised copy of the birth certificate, the ecclesiastical deed poll, and the evidence of life. And I've been getting some responses. And I've also now sent Canon Law 2057, right? Now, what the Canon Law is all about is this. I'm going to explain it to you. So when anyone works in public office, right, they have what they call a fiduciary duty, and they're only operating in a thing called the SESKV Trust, right? We pronounce it SEDECA, and it's French. You ladies, you all love being having a little bit of chat in French, don't you? Whispered in your ear, "Ooh la la, madame, when you get on, it's gonna be," you know what I mean? You do, don't you? You like a bit of, I'm going to Paris, get myself a nice fella. I know what you like, you ladies. You love a bit of French in your ear. You do. You just do. So anyway, in French is whatever it is. Anyway, French, the other side of the pond, we kind of love their food, we love their people, but we fucking hate their government, right? We hate them almost as much as we hate our own government. Now, the point is this. We have a tyranny government in this country. That's why I don't like them. If they were peace-loving and looked after the people, I'd like them. All right? That's the end of it. But I don't. So to me, they're my enemy. The government is my enemy. All right? And I'm going to kill them with kindness. My weapons are truth. My weapons is just truth and speech and words. I don't have guns and bullets and mace spray and anal beads like them coppers do, because they can get really medieval on you, right? So anyway, we all understand what's happened here, right? So we've got the SESKV Trust, the SEDECA Trust, and it means he who lives, all right? So now I've just sent the courts these documents, the evidence of life, the ecclesiastical deed poll, and I thanked them for acknowledgement, and I've said to them, you must scan these, you must stamp them, and you must send them back to me, right, as proof of service. But your emails is just fine because I know you've got them, and that's that. So this guy called Nick over at the Medway Courts is giving it, oh, we don't really know what. So I've just sent him Canon Law 2057, right? So I've proved I'm alive. To this, oh, my chest muscles are coming. I've been working out lately. I could just felt that. I can feel my chest muscles coming up. It's lovely. I'm really enjoying working out. Look at my boxing bag behind. It's my Boris bag. Every time I hit it, I feel like it's Boris Johnson. Yeah, Boris without the COVID juice. So Canon Law 2057, right? Now, you've got to understand that government are just administrators and executors. And I'm going to talk to you about a case in America as well. You're going to love this stuff. You're going to love it. Give him one for me. All right, then. That's from one for me and one from Karen and all. Have some of that, Boris. So, listen, Canon Law, an administrator or executor, right, which is, I'm pissing about, Boris. Don't send your Gestapo out, all right? I don't want the fourth column round here. You know what they're like. They're kinky people. So, Canon Law, an administrator or an executor, which is what the government is. Probate is an executor, right? Probate office. Oh, it all stops at the probate office when you send them your wills and this, that, and all property goes through probate. But I'm going to give you some nuggets here today, right? You're going to love this. All around the world, ladies and gentlemen. This just don't apply to little old Blighty. This applies to everywhere around the world, all right? So, an administrator or executor that refuses to immediately dissolve a SES-KV upon a person establishing their status and competency is guilty of fraud and fundamental breach of their fiduciary duties requiring their immediate removal and punishment. Boom! Do you get that? Yeah? So, when a fiduciary, someone in government, civil service, don't care what court it is, the Queen's Bench, the King's Bench, the local administrative court, your magistrate's court, it don't matter, right? They're all the court. They're all the court of the land. You can bring King's, Queen's Bench into any court in the land just by how you are. Like, I require the name of the man acting in the capacity of judge. Boom. You've created your own King's Bench, your own Queen's Bench, because then you're holding the court because you're the man, you're the sovereign, or the lady. I don't want you ladies getting out your prams, right, and pushing your boobs up like that. I'm including you girls as well. So that's what we have, right? So, Canon Law 2057, any administrator or executor that refuses to immediately dissolve a SES-KV. Now, I've just sent them absolute evidence of life. It's sealed up by a doctor, by a solicitor, and a notary. They've really got a fucking problem now. Really got a problem. Because if they try and administer my affairs now, they're acting outside the law. They're acting as outlaws. Right. So, we get that. So, the Canon Law is very, very, very powerful. Now, let's get over to a story that's happening in America, right? Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your arm. You're going to like this. Let me just get this up. Come on, just get the picture up, blood. What's going on? Hang on. Right. So this is in the Circuit Court of the 13th Judicial Circuit for Hillsborough County in Florida. You've all had them Florida oranges. They're beautiful. Beautiful. In re estate of Craig Allen Myrick, deceased, because don't forget it's the fiction's dead, right? Case number 18 CP 2486 Division A, order dismissing petition for summary administration. This matter is before the court on the petition for summary administration, August the 16th 2018, so it's a couple of years ago. Having considered the petition and court finds that the above estate is not ready for administration because there is no decedent. Indeed, petitioner Ali Tar whatever appears to be the new name of the decedent. Okay, Craig Allen Myrick. So Craig Allen Myrick is the dead fiction. But this other, whoever this individual appears to be the new name of the decedent. Okay, the court notes that whilst the Florida Probate Code does allow the court to waive the notice of death requirement, it does not allow for administration of an estate without a decedent. Right? Boom. Based on the above, it is hereby ordered and adjudged that the petition for summary administration is dismissed, done and ordered in Tampa, Florida. Confirmed copy and that was done on August the 27th, 2018, right? Now, preceding that, Ali BEY is with Keith Little. Now, Keith has just been on my Facebook, but he's had to jump off because they've cut the live feed. But Keith Little in America was on there. He's a gorgeous man. He's very spiritual, very, very spiritual. Ali B, a court of probate has no jurisdiction over the estate of a person who is in fact alive, right? Scott versus McNeil, 154 US 37, 1894. The Presbyterian Church versus Louis Union Trust, 1974, blah, 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 blah. Canon 2057. Any administrator or executor that refuses to immediately dissolve a SESKV trust upon a person establishing their status and competency is guilty of fraud and fundamental breach of their fiduciary duty, requiring their immediate removal and punishment, right? If the supposed dead man proves to be alive, then the title is revested actions for means profit with interest. Back to life, back to reality. Proof of life. This is the remedy, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute remedy. So I'm going to try and go live again on Facebook. So the courts have gone very quiet on me in the last day or two. I'm waiting to hear back from them. I don't care even if they don't get back to me. They've been served. They now know that the man is alive. The proof of life is beyond reasonable doubt. And I've given Canon 2057 that says if anyone wants to fuck about with my estate now, right, then they can't do it. And I'm going to require their immediate removal. And maybe that might happen. Maybe I might have to implement Canon Law 2057. So Canon Law 2057, ladies and gentlemen, is where you need to be. All right? Okay. So let me see if I can get back over on face whatever it is. I don't want to say it too loud because it's a bit stinky for me nowadays. It don't like me playing, man. It don't like me playing. So is it too much for the courts? No, mate. No. Canon, look. And the thing is, right, the SESKV Trust of 1666 is their law, right? The Canon 2057 is their law. So if they want to act outside the law, that makes them outlaws, right? Yeah, I thought so, gangster. I thought you was all that. Listen, I come into this world to raise a living from the dead, right? You can say what you like about that. That's the truth. That's my true purpose in life. I feel very blessed. Oh, we're live. Get over to my new channel, all right? I've been in the cooler for 90 days, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe that? They've left me in there. No one from Facebook ever wrote to me. They never said, how are you getting on? Do you miss your live feeds? No. See, they're not letting me broadcast. They're not letting me broadcast. They're kinky, aren't they? But anyway, if what I'm going to keep doing is posting up my comments in the box and then everyone, because I just got 5 new subscribers. Let's have another go. Buffering now. Yes, because no, it won't let me go. I'm going to turn the device off and try and confuse me PC, laptop kind of thing. So, guys, I'm not seeing you for a few days. I thought I'll pop in. I've turned the device off now, so this one should stay sweet. Oh. I was working in Noel Coward's house yesterday. Did they feed you any water? No! Give me nothing. No biscuits, no food. No, I'm surprised I'm not emaciated after 3 months, 90 days in the cooler. In the cooler. That's what they say to you. Cooler. Get in the cooler. You got to watch that film, The Great Escape. Let me tell you, I am a great escapist. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's where we're at. So, ecclesiastical deed polls, your evidence of lives, all right? Your Canon Law 2057. Once you've proved you're alive, they can't administrate no more. It's all biblical. It all comes down to Gatorade. No, this is just it's just juice, man. I don't drink fizz. We don't do fizz. I've been rendering today in the back of the house. Put the scratch coat on, so top coat tomorrow. Oh, and then painting probably Sunday if it dries out in time. Not working on Facebook. No, they're shutting me down, and it will have to just go back to normal at some point. I'm hoping. What happened to TP Paul Triplett? He's still going. I've not logged into him for a while, but he's still there. He's my reserves, Patsy. It's my reserve account. So we're buffering. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've been on here 20 minutes. Look at you, man. You're going all vegan on us. No, I'm not vegan. I did try vegetarianism for a few months, but I must have got a bit low on something. So we have a little bit of chicken every now and again. I'm not happy about it, but what can you do? I spent too many years eating meat, I guess. Any update on Based Amy's appeal? No, I don't. I don't know about Based Amy. I know she's been bashed up a few times by the feds. But Nilu Berry, a lady I've known for a long time, Nilu, apparently she was in court a couple of days ago and the judges run out of the courtroom. Abandoned ship. We're starting to win now, people. We're starting to win. When I go to court, I always wear my glasses, not these ones, but I've got glasses with cameras in them. Yeah, and I've only got to touch the inside, not these ones. These are just cheap reading glasses. But the ones I've got in my box up there. And this is fantastic. If ever you want to, right, I may suggest this, right? Check these out. These are about £6 from China. I'm pretty sure they've not got the coronavirus on them, but I've had them 2 years. So we don't know. It could be stuck in the box. Let's have a look, see if we're going to go up Periscope. Let's see if we're going to get any Rona pop out of it. So these I've worn these in the courts. And actual fact, I've got some material on these, which I should probably download to this laptop. So these are these you can see there's a little, is it that side or that side? There's a little, what side is it? Let's have a look. There's a little button here. A little button here. Can you see? Can you see the button? There's a button there. So when they're charged and you wear them and you're just about to go into a courtroom and you just want to casually like a cucumber record people because for your own safety and all that, you just press, you just do that before you go in and you'll see a little blue light pop up and then it'll go red and it's recording. Just go in and just chat as normal, have your pen out and do it. And it restores it all on here and then you just plug it in via the USB port, which is just at the back here. And Bob's your uncle, you have all that. So I will keep that out actually, and whatever material I've got on here from the courts that I went to years ago. Now, a little funny story. When I went to the courts years ago and played with a guy called Master Leslie, who was a senior judge, a master. But what you got to understand is that you're a mister, apparently. They talk to you as if you're a mister. Well, mister is an abbreviation of master, right? Yeah, so you never really lose that title. They just abbreviate, make you look small in the world. So I'm up there with this master. And there was a guy come up there on Facebook that I knew, been chatting to for a while, called Steve McDonald. And he had like a tracksuit on. He looked like, calm down. But he wasn't. And we got on fine, you know, I get on with everybody. And some of the people that I went with recorded Master Leslie. I took about 40 people into his chambers. And as a consequence, you can't go walk straight in there now and just have a quick meeting with these people because they've shut up shop because of what we did. I took 40 people and this master didn't know what to do. He was like shitting himself. But a few of the lads that I was with, and there was ladies there as well, were screaming at him. And I said, well, don't scream at this man. He's a master. Give him some respect. And he looked at me, he went, you've come in here to berate me, but here you are protecting my liberty. Who are you? So anyway, we started chatting. Well, some of that stuff went on YouTube and it was called, someone put it up as Master Leslie, the Voice of Treason. And it was doing a good hit because some of my videos on YouTube that other people have uploaded have got big views. One of them with a bailiff called Ejaz is over about 140,000 views. And I think he packed up being a bailiff, to be fair. Did poor little old Ejaz. We give him one in the ribs years ago. And Steve McDonald messaged me the next morning because my mate told me, he said, see that Steve, Dave? I said, yeah. He said, he's a copper. I went, you reckon? He said, what's his name? He said, I said, his name's Steve McDonald. He went, he's off Coronation Street. And I was like, my God, my friends are sharp, man. Let me tell you, they're so sharp. They're sharper than a new shirt collar. Yeah? So the next morning, I get a message through Facebook Messenger from Steve McDonald, no less. Did you record the master? I never, ever responded to that message. But if I'd have said yes, I reckon I've had my collar fell. I reckon they would have probably gunned me down and locked me up. I reckon they would have. So, to my friend who warned me, fair bloody play, But this is who these people are. Steve McDonald from Coronation Street, yeah. He had a tracksuit top on and a pair of jeans. I got on well with Steve. And then he done a runner when my mate called him out as a copper. He come up to me and said, "Oh, Dave, I've got to go. I've got to pick the kids up." Lives at Milton Keynes, apparently. And then we went into the pub and there was a guy called Wayne with bike leathers on. And he sat there as I walked in. He's gone, "All right, Dave." And I'm like, too obvious. Of course you're a copper, man. He followed us around all night. I think I got the last train home at 10 to 11, whatever it was. But anyway, it is what it is. And we had a nice day. But yeah, so it don't bother me. We've had undercover cops on my arse for years, but I'm not doing nothing wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to bring a bit of light to the world. I'm actually trying to bring a better future for all their friends and family. So if they want to come and hurt me for it, that's up to them. But I'm doing this the right way. I'm doing this the right way. I'm bringing men and women back into the world of the living, and I'm doing this the right way. I'm doing it with the scripture. I'm doing it with decency, with love, and with honour. And if they want to take the mickey out of me, then they can. Hello, Kenneth. Lovely to see you, darling. Lovely to see you. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to try and get this Facebook live stream going a little bit later on, Kenneth. And we'll see if we can't get back on there and get a little more people over here onto my YouTube channel, because I love my YouTube channel. I'm set up nicely over here, and this place looks amazing of a night when I've got the lights on and the screen on in the background. We play some right old funky videos. I've got my illumination expedition. We did a 3-hour one the other day. What a session that was. I don't have sex sessions that long no more. Do you know that? And at the end of it, I was like, I felt that. I did. So yeah, I know he's at home now. I know he's sat over there in America laughing his head off. So yeah, we do what we do. So just a little quick one this afternoon to bring that information to you, darlings. And I'm waking the world up one day at a time with information, imparting information to bring you all out the land of the dead and bring you into the land of the living, bring you into what is real, and to dispel what is not real. All right. So I would love you and leave you for now, because there's some bits and bobs I need to go and do. But I just wanted to touch base with you. I was going to try and see if I could get Facebook Live at the same time as this, but clearly that don't seem to want to happen. Yeah, mate, it was honour. You rocked the show, man. In fairness, we'll have to do that again at some point. Jesus Joe, you can sniff the bacon. Well, they do call the police pigs. Here's the thing for me, right? If they're decent people, and the problem for me is they're just following orders. When I go to someone's house, right, and measure up for a bathroom, a boiler change, whatever it is, maybe plaster a ceiling, you know, because I've moved on in years to plastering and bathroom and tiling, and we do them really well. If I went into someone's house and they said, "Right, Dave, we're paying you today." Yeah, thank you. So you're boss man today. Yeah, right. So we need to plaster that ceiling, paint around there, do that, dun, bum. Yeah, I'll go, right, cool. But if they turn around and say to me, and at the end of it, you've got to go out in the garden, get me missus and give her a good ironing and cuff her, put some mace spray in her face, I'm saying, whoa, you keep your money, bro. Keep your money. Keep your money, blood. After that, I'm not beating my brother and sister up, so because that's the moral side of things. So that's where the police fall down, because they have no morals. They're a den of fucking vipers. In truth, they have beat the shit. They've killed almost 2,000 people since the 1990s, 1990 or 1988. I see some stuff the other day that from that time period, almost 2,000 people in this country have died in police custody. No one's been held accountable. So people have been murdered. And what's the odds of fucking dying in police custody? You might have the odd heart attack or whatever, suicide. But a lot of this is at the hands of these people. So they're just thugs and fucking robbers as far as I'm concerned. So I'm here to end all their shit that they've been getting up to. And we do this by using the good book. We use this by using our inherent rights. And we use this by using the law. All right? So that's all I'm here for. I'm not here for any wickedness. So their problem is they're just told to do it. And they follow out these orders, don't they? You know, why did you beat 7 barrels of shit? Why is he now dead, laying in the coffin? Well, my governor told me I could do. Well, I'm sorry, that doesn't. Canon Law 2057, my friend, and 2033. Have a look at 2033 as well. That's really powerful. So, yeah, we're at where we're at. We're doing what we're doing. I'm keeping up the real fight in the real world, in God's kingdom. And I want to bring it all with me without violence, with love, with humility, with passion, with dignity, with honor, with wisdom. It's nice to see the people of Leicester now out on the streets with megaphones, big groups telling them all that COVID is a load of bollocks. Why are you giving up your freedoms, wearing these masks? Dave, answer the question, you sexy beast. What question is that? Can a law biblical reference via walking out of court and having all charges acquitted? Well, once you've proved you're alive with your ecclesiastical deed poll and your evidence of life, and also promissory notes. If any of you beautiful people want to use promissory notes, let's see if I can show you some of them. What you can do, what you have to do, is how you discharge. Where I put them all? Oh, I must have put them away. How you discharge your promissory notes is you also use your birth certificate, because on the birth certificate is a bond number which is unlimited funds for you. You just didn't realise. And this is what I'm going to start accessing over the next month. So I'm going to be hitting these people hard, man. So you use a good promissory note. We can give you the templates for them. And you write them out and you get them to discharge it against that birth certificate bond, all right? Because there is no... You can't pay any debt in this system because it's a debt-based system, because you can't pay a debt with a debt. One cancels out the other. There is nothing of value. The only thing of value here, true value, is us, men and women. Boom. That was a clunker, wasn't it? That was a truth bomb right there. So to all you mask-wearing animals out there, mind your lungs, keep yourself safe. You make it sound too good to be true, like a Delia Smith apple pie, eh? Yeah, I love that movie, especially when them dogs are in there and the cake's flying everywhere and the dog's licking the thing. It's right funny when they pull the doors back. I'll crack up. That American Pie film is so funny. Stifler. I love all that. What if you murder someone and use the same laws in this? Well, then you violate the Bible. So yeah, that's the thing. Once you've proved you're alive, and they're not administrated anymore, because that's all they're doing. Driver license is administration of a trust. If you type your driver license number into fidelity.com, see how much is in there. There's loads in there. Loads. Yeah, it's our liquid. Our equity is our liquidity. What we do with our hands, how we get on with our... Well, but what's happened is we've been placed into this system, and that's what the Wizard of Oz was all about. The Wizard of Oz was the streets were paved with gold because the mafia were nicking all the fucking gold and hiding it up. You had the straw man, which is the birth certificate. You had the tin man, which is the tax insurance number. You had Dorothy, who was asleep and needed to click her heels 3 times. You say something 3 times in the court, they take you seriously, yeah? Lion needed a fucking heart. One of them needed courage, and they all needed to wake up because it's a land of fictions, yeah? And she just said, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Exactly. And that's all we got to do. Zombie attacking zombies, mate. Yeah, mate, honestly, when it says in Revelation that we're zombie apocalyptic times, most of the people out there in this country wearing masks and fighting with people because someone else ain't got a fucking mask on. There is the zombie apocalypse, ladies and gentlemen. They've lost their fucking marbles. They're not thinking normal. It's unbelievable. What was the website to see how much a driving license is worth? Fidelity.com. Fidelity.com, darling. Not Felicity Kendall. Fidelity.com. Do I have to wear my red shoes? Oh, you might look a bit stuck there in them, boy. They're fascinating, really, the idea if the world really realised Satan's system can be disregarded by the use of the outdated, powerful biblical laws. Yeah, big time. That's why I always keep my first line of defence ain't head and shoulders shampoo, it's this. Yes. Let me tell you, they can't violate that. My mate in Canada trumped up charges, not President Trump, 20 years ago for growing the marijuana. Oh, man. He's using it for medicinal purposes. He's been growing it for years. I think he said he's been smoking it for 30 years. And he's a decent man. He's in Canada. He's a minister. And they tried to take him to court. So he writ out a constitutional notice saying that do they recognise the supremacy of God's law, blah, blah, blah. And they run like fuck. They just run away from him. It's like, oh, we don't like you. Can you take God's gift away from him? Like, no, we can't. We're not allowed to. So that's beautiful. Send us a picture. Yeah, he's salty, Mary. So, yeah, listen, that's where we're at. We're seeing some good things happen right now, as well as some bad things. But, you know, if the dog turds want to wear all these masks and have their liberties and freedoms taken away, I can only yell so loud. If they're going to lose their liberties and freedom and have some copper beat the shit out of them because they won't wear a mask, that's not my problem. They're going to have to deal with that in their own capacities. It's not as if we ain't tried to fucking warn them all, is it? Excuse my French. The F word is described in the Great Dictionary, the Oxford Dictionary and the Cambridge Dictionary, and all other dictionaries. You will find the words that I use, and you can make your own determinations of the context in which I use them. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to disappear. I'm going to try and jump back onto Facebook. AJ, if you've not got me on Facebook, mate, you need to get me on there, blood. Dave Witcher, I've got me picture of Ephesians, yeah, where you put the full armour of God on and you've got your shield and breastplate of righteousness. But yeah, I've got all that. So you'll find me, add me up there. I think you already have, actually. I'm not too sure. What if, for the sake of our own sanity, we're all wrong and they're right? Suspenseful music. Yeah, it's suspenseful music. Well, listen, the answer to that question is very simple. It's what your heart tells you. Your heart will tell you what's right and wrong. If you've got a good soul and you're coming from decency, your heart will tell you, right? Simple. So it doesn't matter on a bigger scale of things. It's what your heart tells you as an individual. That's the answer to that question. Don't use Facebook since Zuckerberg sold it to NSA. Sorry, love you. Yeah, I don't blame you, bruv. My heart tells me you're on the money. I try to be, bruv. I really do. I went down to my mate's dad. He's moved out to a beautiful place called St Mary's on the Marsh, and a lovely family. And they're actually living in a house that Noel Coward used to own and wrote a lot of his novels. I think he wrote his first book at this place, and it's very, very old, very quirky. Inglenook Place fires and stuff. It was really just beautiful. I love old places. I love the history. It's like I get embroiled into them. You know, I'm part of the ancient world, the older world. I'm not part of this modern day bullshit. I hate what goes on right now. I hate the fact that we're all being bashed around the heads, you know, because we won't put a seatbelt on. Now, look, regardless, is a seatbelt a good idea? Maybe, maybe not. Where's your choice? Where's your freedoms? If you buy a new car now, it's ding, 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 till you put that belt in the thing. It's like, you will do as we tell you. Is a seatbelt a good thing or is it a bad thing? Okay, who knows? But where's your own individual freedom of choice? You know, I remember as a youngster, a friend of mine who lived just on the same estate as where I live, called Martin. We used to go out on his chopper together. Right, there was nothing like we were just mates. You know, there's none. We never had time for gay chat and all that back then. It just weren't on the radar back then. You know. He used to take me out on the back of his chopper. He'd go on the front of the chopper and wheel it around. So have so much fun. Well, his mum and dad went out down the Old Kent Road. And on the way home, the old man's a bit two parts of the wind. And there was a skip. And it wasn't very well lit. And he hit it. And they both come flying out the windscreen. And I walked up to his flat in the morning to go and see him, jump out on the bike. And go and have a day out on the bikes. We used to go everywhere. And actually, Martin, if you ever watch this, thanks for taking me out, bro. You used to take me everywhere on that bike. It was fantastic. Although I was looking the other way, it was good. I was like, oh, yeah, girl, take good, sweet. Oh, right. So, yeah. But there was all blood coming up to the door. And he opened up the door. I said, what the? There's blood all up the handrails and up the stairs. He said, my dad hit a skip last night, broke the car off. He said, and he said he carried me mother home so that the police didn't get involved. And now, Ezekiel, Book of Bedtime, Son of Man, keep an eye on the bar stewards, up to the next and sickening attitudes. Behave. Look, I will tell you something on and for the record, right? The current system that we have adjudicating right now is operating in darkness. It is operating in wickedness. This commercial system, whether you like it or not, gets your eggs and bacons in the morning, is doing a lot of harm and a lot of damage to a lot of people. And all the time it's gravy and it's good. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it is good. But when it ain't, and you're looking at a man that who's lived in his van for a month or two when I got divorced, that couldn't get any money out of the cash machine. That had to go and beg to my mother and my brother to put me up for a bit. And then just managed to scrape through. Now, I could have quite happily gone the other way and become homeless, but I would never do that. I've always been too feisty, too much of a spirited individual. And luckily enough, I've always been a good plumbing and heating engineer. So I was doing a lot of emergency call out. So I was cracking on regardless. But I never let it get me down. Never once did I think, right, this is beating me. So there has been pitfalls and stuff, but I'm very blessed to be in a good place right now. And I'm hoping, well, especially with what I've done with all my paperwork, that no bastard tries to come and have a piece of it and take it off of me. And shouldn't have to live a life where you've got to worry about your car being taken or your home being taken or your child being taken off you. And that's why all this mental health is rife, because everyone's worried about, if you don't do it, they're going to come around and pay. Who the fucking hell are they? I'm sick of everyone having to worry about them. Who are they? The boogeyman, the wicked witch out of Wizard of Oz. No, I'm not having it. I'm not living like that. I'm not living where I've got to worry. Either my car's my car, either my home is my home, and my children are my children. If not, what the fucking hell's going on? And we live in this system now where no one owns nothing and everyone seems to be just bubbling along, just paying the mortgages, paying the bills. They don't really understand the devices that goes on behind the scenes. We have some really wicked people doing some wicked things, and they're comfortable with doing this wickedness. They're comfortable with seeing you on the streets. They're comfortable with nicking your children. They're comfortable with it. They don't question the morality. They don't care. Just money to them. Business, money, business. So that's the world you all want to live in. You crack on, but let me tell you, it don't end up in a very nice place. Or you can choose to do something about it, and you can choose to be proactive and start saying, no, fuck it, I'm not having this no more. Excuse my French. They offend me far worse with nicking kids and cars and houses than any of the words I use that come out of my mouth. And they don't have any honour in what they do. They're just cowards because they never ever do it themselves. They get their Rottweilers to do it, don't they? And someone come round quite a few years ago when I had my 2 Rottweilers when they were both still alive and went, I bet you wouldn't get no trouble. We send the dogs out. I went, I'd never put my dogs in harm's way. I would never, ever, ever put my dogs in harm's way if they, bless them, if they were still both. I love them too much. I'd rather me get an injured than my dogs. Yeah? Oh, I bet I said, no, they might go and bark at the gate, but if the shit was on top, mate, they'd be behind me. I wouldn't have them out in front of me because I love them and I care for them. And when you love and care for things and nurture it, you should look after it. Here comes a little one then. You coming in? Come on then. Come on, gangster. She's only a foot tall, but she's hardcore. Come on. Where you been? You've been running. She goes round here. Come here. Come on. This thing. She goes round to my neighbours. This thing does. Right? She was round there the other day in her kitchen while she's baking. Where was you? Yeah. So this is the only doggy I've got now. She's tiny, but she's a big ninja, really. Say hello to the people then. Go on. Where you going? Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, look, Fuggy. It's a little fug. Yeah. What are you doing? Don't lick my mic, weirdo. So, peeps, I'm going to love you and leave you. But I don't want you loving, do I? Cuteness overload. What's her name? Vixen. It's a noisy cricket. What's this? Where's that cat? Where's the cat? Where's the cat? Where's Mummy? Oh, people think these are stupid, right? Like that. My mate was chatting the other day about that copper woman that was up in London that her all's bolted and she went through the street lights, the red, amber and green. Stop, hesitate and go. She got took off her horse. She ended up in hospital because some idiots threw some stuff at the horse. Anyhow, do you know that horse had a heart attack and died? Yeah. Now, I think it's really savage when men and women in uniform use these and horses and put them in harm's way. I really think it's disgusting. I've got 3 horses. Go on. I'll get out of my way to protect them, not to harm them. So, why take horses into that situation? Why? Why would you? Don't work for me. I don't see horses and dogs. They're not trophies. They're not objects. They're souls. You know. So anyway, it is what it is. Peeps, I'm going to love you and leave. I'm going to jump over to Facebook, see if I can get that thing going, which I'm just going to be getting everyone to come over here, really, so we can get some proper audiences going. So I've been in the cooler for 3 months. But it's good. I can put my glove up now. I can put my baseball back where it belongs. And until Facebook completely delete me, I'm going to be getting the tribe and the posse to come over and large ourselves up on this channel. So we should get it going really, really soon. Love you all, peeps. Look, stay safe, stay blessed. And I'll see you all soon. Karen Campbell, love you, darling. Patsy, you're beautiful. I'll see you all soon. Illumination Expedition. Got me on you, cuz. See you later.